Channel 8 special coverage of the 2018 Winter Games in South Korea. This is the Olympic Zone.
And welcome to the Olympic Zone. I'm Rod Carter.
And I'm Stacy Scheibel, and it was a win for the history books. After a disappointing showing in Sochi, Shaun White was back in the Olympic finals with everything to prove. And
in the end, the Olympic veteran snagged his third gold medal, showing that he is still the king of the halfpipe. Now, this all came down to the last run of the competition. The former Flying Tomato flipped and twisted his way into victory, and once he got to the bottom, everyone went absolutely wild. His family rushed out to see him, and his dad even admits this is the very first time he has ever seen Shaun cry.
I'd been sleeping every single night, you know, running this vision of winning this Olympics and what it would mean to me and my family and the team that surrounds me and supports me, and we did it. We did it.
You did it.
And we did it for the U.S.
White, by the way, is now the first snowboarder to win 3 gold medals. He's also handed Team USA its 100th all-time gold medal.
And tonight, the first men's skeleton runs get underway, and Olympians will be speeding headfirst down an icy track.
It should be interesting. For New York native John Daly, this year's Winter Games is all about redemption. 4 years ago in Sochi, Daly was seconds away from getting a medal before it all went terribly wrong.
This could very well be the 28-year-old's defining moment of his career. This is John Daly of Team USA. He got out of the groove.
Oh, this is heartbreaking.
He is out of medal contention, and it was right from the very beginning. He's 3 miles an hour off the pace. It has all gone away for John Daly.
It kind of hit me right away. I knew it was over. It was just kind of, I had a mile of ice to think about what just happened, and now I have 4 more years to wait. I'm sorry. I'm really disappointed in myself. I don't regret anything, but I do wish I could get that last run back for just one more chance. Honestly, I don't know if a day really goes by that I don't think about that. Got mad, got angry, and then broke down and cried. I kind of ran away from everything. I had this vision of coming back and throwing a massive retirement party, and I put my head down, retired, moved to D.C. I tried to move on. It just didn't happen. I was going on a bunch of dates, and a couple of the questions that a lot of the girls asked were like, you know, what are you passionate about? It was a little deep question for the first day, but whatever. But I kind of was drawing a blank. I don't really have anything I'm passionate about in my life. And that was the moment when I realized that I wasn't done, and I have to go back for one more.
If you had been on the podium that day, would you be here?
I guess that's a really good question. I don't know. But I know something was missing. Nothing will make you feel as alive as sliding does. Anytime I do bad, I always ask myself, what are you doing here? And it comes back to the same answer each time. You are here to compete. You're here to feel alive. You're here to get one last shot at a dream.
Daly says he feels like his Olympic career never really got an ending, so he's hoping that this time around he will get the ending that he's always wanted.
And we hope so too. The men's skeleton kicks off right after this, the Olympic Zone. And some athletes are stuck on the sidelines because of the wild weather in Pyeongchang. The winds forced the Olympic women's slalom event to be postponed until Friday. It's the 3rd time an alpine skiing event has been postponed due to the weather. Olympic officials say they're not worried.
The International Ski Federation is well used to disruption by wind, by too much snow, by too little snow, by too much rain, by all sorts of things.
Today, the winds ramped up with gusts more than 40 miles an hour. It even forced Olympic officials to close down certain areas of the Olympic Park because of safety concerns. And to keep up with all Olympic news, remember to check out our website, WFLA.com. You can also get the latest updates straight to your phone using our News Channel 8 app.
And now, what
we are watching, and we are so excited about the games tonight. We're, of course, looking forward to the women's giant slalom with Michaela Schifrin and Lindsey Vonn.
Yeah, and Team USA's women's hockey is taking on Canada in another preliminary round. If you remember, they're a hometown favorite because they practice right here in Tampa Bay.
And we can't wait to talk about all of this tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so be sure to join us on Great 38 and Facebook Live every weekday from 8 until 9 a.m. We'll see you then.
The Finnish athletes have a head-turning way of relieving their stress. This is pretty cool. They actually knit. Finland's snowboard coach has been spotted with knitting needles out in the snow. In fact, they've actually been knitting since the Sochi Games. That's a pretty interesting way to relax. Now, as we told you, one of the biggest games of the Olympics is coming up later tonight. That is when the U.S. women's hockey team takes on Canada in the semifinals. Meanwhile, the men's hockey team took the ice for the very first time. Let's check in now with News Channel 8's Annie Sabo. She has been tracking all of the action there in South Korea. Catch us up to speed, Annie.
Hello, Rod. Yes, we are just hours away from the game. The United States taking on Team Canada in honor of Valentine's Day. Really no love lost between these two teams. They cannot stand each other because remember back in 2014 in Sochi, Canada beat out the United States, taking home the gold medal. So it really is gold or bust for the American women. And hopefully their victory, their 5-0 shutout victory over the Olympic athletes of Russia will help them momentum-wise. But yes, moving on to the men's side. The men's hockey team took to the ice for the first time here in Pyeongchang against Slovenia in a preliminary round. They actually led this game all the way up into the third period. However, Slovenia ties it in the third period and then wins in overtime. Obviously not the result the men wanted, but let's not forget this was their first time taking the ice after practicing only a handful of times. Some of these guys meeting each other for the first time here in Pyeongchang, Rod.
All right, so Andy, we know it's been really, really windy there, like 40 miles per hour. Has it gotten any better today? Did it seem to be getting any better at all?
Well, right now, hopefully it stays this way. The wind has really died down. But yes, this morning for you guys back in the States, or last night for us, it was so windy. It was difficult for me to even walk through the park. So difficult that behind me, Olympic Park was shut down to all spectators because vending machines were flying in the wind. It got that bad yesterday. Several events in the mountains are supposed to take place today because they've been postponed due to the weather. But so far, so good right now, Rod. Because, hey, the hair was not good yesterday.
Yeah, the hair seems to be standing still, and so are the vending machines, right? So that's a good thing. Annie Sabo reporting live for us in South Korea. Annie, thank you so much.
Coming up on the Olympic Zone, Dylan Dreyer searches for the spirit of St. Valentine in South Korea.
Will you be my Valentine? Yes. Oh.
Plus,
Jessie Diggins of the United States.
Meet cross-country skier Jessie Diggins, a rare combination of toughness and fun.
Always smiling, there's Jessica Diggins of the United States.
The Olympic Zone, brought to you on News Channel 8 by famous Tate Appliance and Bedding Centers, serving the Tampa Bay area with great deals since 1954.
For presidential size savings on major appliances and mattresses, Famous Tate invites you to discover real service selection and savings from West Florida's largest independent. All the top brands at the guaranteed lowest prices. Sleep is power. And save up to $600 on select Tempur-Pedic mattress sets. Plus a bonus Famous Tate instant rebate. Or receive a free box spring with select Beauty Rest Black, and iComfort mattresses. All this and much more at Famous Tate, of course.
When 8 on Your Side discovered dogs abandoned in rising floodwaters, Melissa Marino was there.
We came across Melissa Marino's Facebook Live story about these dogs on Walker Road.
A heartbreaking scene. Dogs in distress, left in their kennels, surrounded by rising floodwaters.
Kudos to Melissa and 8 on Your Side for getting out there and making the story known.
The good news is they are safe and dry.
Giving a voice to you and our four-legged friends. That's what 8 on Your Side does every day.
Julie, myself, and the entire team at the Golden Diamond Stores are pleased to support WFLA's coverage of the Winter Olympics.
If you're looking for gold, silver, or even diamonds, come to the Golden Diamond Stores.
Make it a Golden Diamond Source diamond.
Okay,
It's month of February. You buy a Kia Cadenza, Lisa Cadenza, you get a cabin, right? No, that's not right. You get 2 cabins when you buy or lease a new Kia Cadenza in the month of February. Why would you buy or lease anywhere else? And you have the Billy match going on now. You put 1,000, Billy matches your 1,000. That means you can lease a brand new Kia Cadenza. 2 cabins for $249 a month. You know what that is, Gloria?
That is huge.
Looking for an affordable 55-plus community in the Tampa Bay area with all the amenities and social activities of a resort-style community? Look no further than Hacienda Heights. This golf cart-friendly 55-plus manufactured home park features heated Olympic pool and jacuzzi and beautiful Hacienda clubhouse and community center. New homes offer walk-in closets, master suites, outdoor living areas, and more. Now, for a limited time, new homeowners will receive their first 6 months free. Visit Hacienda Heights MHP for details.
Fireboat dead in the water and your tax dollars are barely keeping it afloat.
Was this boat a lemon? I wouldn't say it's a lemon.
Broken and unused for years. How much more money will it take to fix?
And who's paying for all of this?
Fireboat SOS, tomorrow at 5.
Shaun White's gold medal win in Olympic men's halfpipe came with some backlash. Lila Gross explains a controversy taking over social media.
Shaun White is facing tons of controversy after his Olympic gold medal win. Since Shaun White's glorious victory, he has been scrutinized on social media for more than one reason. White may have won gold, but he also lost the respect of many who love the red, white, and blue. After his winning run, the athlete was given the honor of holding the American flag, but it ended up dragging on the floor behind White. The halfpipe boarder apologized and said he, quote, didn't mean any disrespect. Then, in a press conference to discuss his triumph, White was questioned about sexual harassment allegations made against him. White responded saying he was there to talk about the Olympics, not, quote, gossip. White then apologized once again for that comment, saying it was a poor choice of words, but still today support is pouring in on social media for the veteran Olympian after his latest victory. Come to our Facebook page to share your thoughts with us. I'm Lila Gross at the Digital Desk. Back to you.
Still to come on the Olympic Zone.
I had no idea that Valentine's Day was such a big deal in South Korea. Anything that involves cute things, candy, is going to be really big here.
Join Dylan Dreyer to find out what makes celebrating Valentine's Day in South Korea extra special.
Now through Thursday, February 15th, join Planet Fitness for only $5 down and then $10 a month. No commitment, because good things come in 5s, especially the 5 that gets you into the judgment-free zone. The world judges, we don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
Walt Disney World. We all know it. Or do we? Florida residents, if you haven't been here lately, you just haven't been. And now, you'll find more excitement to explore than ever before. Come experience the fun with the Florida Resident Discover Disney ticket. Enjoy 3 days for $159 plus tax. Walt Disney World. Been there, haven't done that.
Hello, Tampa Bay. I'm Alan Majewski, and I'm excited to announce the Audi Wesley Chapel grand opening sales event. Discover Audi in our new state-of-the-art facility and get amazing deals, like a 2018 Audi A4 from only $199 per month. Or choose a 2018 Audi Q5 from only $299 per month. Plus, with the Audi Wesley Chapel Advantage program, get an elite benefit package valued at over $5,000. Save big during the grand opening sales event at Audi Wesley Chapel.
For more than a decade, over 150,000 Floridians have dialed 1-800-ASK-GARY to help them find legal and medical help. If this happens to you, call 1-800-ASK-GARY, your free 24/7 auto accident helpline, and we will find you the help to get the settlement you deserve. Remember, accidents happen. It's what happens next that matters. Call 1-800-ASK-GARY now.
Non-attorney spokesperson.
I got it.
Honey, please don't do this.
I have to. It's who I am.
The 2018 Toyota RAV4 with foot-activated power liftgate.
Ooh, that's a pineapple.
Lease a new 2018 RAV4 XLE for $209 a month for 36 months plus $500 bonus cash. Toyota, let's go places.
Now through Thursday, February 15th, join Planet Fitness for only $5 down and then $10 a month. No commitment, because good things come in fives, especially the 5 that gets you into the judgment-free zone. The world judges, we don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
Today is the day of love. It's February 14th when people across the United States show the loves of their lives just how much they care.
Well, it turns out Valentine's Day is also a big deal in South Korea, but with a twist. NBC's Dylan Dreyer explains.
High above the bustling streets of Korea's capital, you'll find heart in Seoul. Thousands of so-called love locks. You might say South Koreans are an amorous bunch. Valentine's Day is just one of 12 holidays dedicated to love. Stacey Nam works in the entertainment industry here in South Korea and is something of an expert in local pop culture.
Will you be my Valentine?
Yes.
Oh, I'm blushing. Oh, it smells so nice. I know, it's so cute. I had no idea that Valentine's Day was such a big deal in South Korea.
Of course, this holiday is different in Korea because actually it's only the girls that give the guys.
The girls give the guys?
Yeah. So do you have a special someone that...
I do. My husband's at home right now, but I'd love to get him some chocolate. So I can't decide on anything, so I'm going to get a little of each. Brian, this is for you.
Oh, wow. I'm going to give you my heart.
Oh, you're so sweet. So speaking of that,
yes.
When is it our turn?
We have our own holiday called White Day.
A whole separate day?
A whole separate day.
When is that?
March 14th.
Oh.
Yeah. So on that day is when the guys give the girls.
Chocolate?
Chocolate.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It spreads it out.
Yeah, yeah.
One more spot that I'm going to be taking you to.
Okay.
감사합니다.
Oh, wow.
This is called jjajangmyeon, which is a very popular kind of comfort food. It's noodles with a black bean sauce.
Okay.
Okay. So on Black Day, which is April 14th, people that didn't get presents or chocolate on Valentine's Day or White Day would come here and eat this together. We don't need a man or a woman as long as we have carbs. This is the most popular Korean alcohol.
Okay, this is soju?
Soju. So,
fill me up.
Konbae is cheers.
Cheers. Konbae.
Not sure she liked it. Well, U.S. figure skating couple Alexis Samika Kaniram and Chris Kaniram celebrated Valentine's Day at the Olympics, competing. Chris surprised his wife with a gift following last night's competition.
Yeah, with the bear.
Yep, and the little note.
And she said she's going to be my Valentine, so things are working out great today.
Yeah.
They were married 1 year after winning their first U.S. pairs title back in 2015.
Coming up on the Olympic Zone, cross-country skiing is not for the faint of heart.
You want to talk about heart on a ski course? Look no further than Jessie Diggins. She is so tough.
See how Team USA's Jessie Diggins finds the fun in one of the Winter Games' most demanding sports. Next on the Olympic Zone.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
At Mutual of Omaha, we listen only to our customers, not to Wall Street, not to outside shareholders. We listen to you. For over 100 years, it's how we've built honest, compassionate, and lasting relationships. And so, that's how we begin, by listening. To see how we can recommend the insurance that makes sense for you, call 800-88-LISTEN or find an agent at mutualofomaha.com.
My diagnosis is stage 3B, adenocarcinoma, lung cancer. I was scared. I needed medicine within days. Florida Cancer Specialists had the clinical trials that I needed. Being diagnosed with cancer. The hardest part about it was thinking about my boys not having a mom. It's the actions of my doctor at Florida Cancer Specialists. That's the reason why I'm still here.
Can we put a price on good, hardworking values? We just did. Introducing Dunkin' Duos. Now you can get not one, but two of your favorite Dunkin' breakfast sandwiches for $2, $3, or $5. These are values that take two hands, making it even easier to reach across the aisle and share those values with your fellow Americans. Get double your Dunkin' with Dunkin' Duos. America runs on Dunkin'.
The best athletes are stronger, faster, and more explosive.
Conditioning at this level is about pushing the body to its limits, then going further.
You need focus and mental strength to compete on this stage. You thought we were talking about us? Think again. Come see the best athletes on the planet at Monster Energy Supercross.
Coming to Raymond James Stadium February 24th.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Although women's cross-country skiing has been an Olympic sport since 1952, no American woman has actually ever won an Olympic medal.
But that could change in Pyeongchang. The U.S. has sent its strongest team ever, led by an energetic Minnesotan named Jessie Diggins. And wait until you see how she gets the team fired up.
So lucky that my parents loved to ski, and before I could even walk, my parents would be out skiing every weekend, and they'd put little baby Jessie in their backpack, and I would be singing songs in their ear and pulling their hair, and I would tell my dad to mush, and I was just always telling him I wanted to go super speed, and so I grew up loving skiing.
Always smiling, there's Jessica Diggins of the United States.
I always put glitter on my cheeks before every race. It's this little promise to myself that I'm going to go out and race as hard as I can because I love what I do. And I want to honor the little girl that I once was who just wanted to ski super speed.
To the line they come. Jessie Diggins of the United States gets the bronze.
So my parents always kind of say, all right, get your sparkle on, because they know for me that's the equivalent of saying, like, go kick some butt.
What a night for Team USA.
You know, my role on the team is I'm kind of the team cheerleader. For me, it was really fun because we'd make these team music videos, and I was kind of the instigator of that, and I got to choreograph a dance. That was fun. I got to make up how it was going to go and envision how it was going to look, and then teach the team, which was so fun. And you've got all the guys in the back kind of like, okay. And it was just really, really fun and very cool for team bonding and team spirit going into big events. I love what I'm doing. I love the training, as brutal as it is, even when, you know, you've got snot running down your face and you've just bounded up an entire mountain and you're covered in sweat.
If you want to talk about heart on a ski course, you look no further than Jessie Diggins. She is so tough.
I love that. I love that pursuit of excellence. So it's not just achieving the highest goal, it's the teamwork and the hours of training and going after your goals and working with these incredible people. And so now going into these Olympics, yeah, my sights are on a medal. I want to become the first woman to ever medal for the U.S. in cross-country skiing, and I know I have what it takes.
Diggins, by the way, is scheduled to compete tonight in the women's 10-kilometer race.
She has a lot of energy.
She does.
I like it. That's just one of the must-see events happening right after our show, The Olympic Zone. And after the break, Mike Tirico shows us what you can expect tonight in primetime.
Told me a year ago where I'd be right now,
I would have said you were crazy. But so began the year of me. I discovered the true meaning of paperless discounts and the indescribable rush of saving drivers an average of $620.
Why does fear feel so good?
I fell in love 3 times. Once with a woman, once with a country, and finally, with myself.
So do you have anything to declare or not?
Isn't that what I'm doing?
When Charlotte was denied help after Hurricane Irma destroyed her home, Jamel Lene was on her side.
We opened the doors, looked at the inside the house, saw that the roof was half gone, a lot of my stuff destroyed. FEMA said that I could live in the residence. And Jamel came, did the interview, we got it on your side.
After our story aired, we got her some results, and she will soon be in a new place.
Thanks to Jamel, she was a rock for me when I needed one.
That's what 8 on Your Side does every day.
Thousands of award-winning Honda SUVs are on sale from $189 a month during the Honda President's Day sales event. You've got to see these SUVs. Get a surprisingly spacious 2018 HR-V, $189 a month, or step up to Pilot for $289 a month with available seating for 8. Plus, we have Motor Trend's SUV of the Year, the 2018 CR-V, and Ridgeline, a car and driver's 10 best. All on sale for up to $38.05, less than the competition at your local Honda dealer.
The Olympic Zone, brought to you on News Channel 8 by famous Tate Appliance and Bedding Centers, serving the Tampa Bay area with great deals since 1954.
Hello, everyone. Mike Tirico at the International Broadcast Center. Tonight in primetime, an array of stars in action across Pyeongchang in alpine skiing after a series of weather delays. Michaela Schifrin scheduled to make her debut in these games, racing for the 2nd Olympic medal of her career in the giant slalom. And in the men's downhill, Norway's attacking Vikings have a handful of contenders. Figure skating continues with medals on the line in the pairs free skate. And in speed skating, Americans Heather Bergsma and Brittany Bowe return to action in the women's 1,000 meters. That and more coming up tonight in prime time. Now let's get a temperature check for the Pyeongchang area.
The current temperature in Pyeongchang is brought to you by the Nest Learning Thermostat.
Because everyone likes easy.
Sure do.
Because everyone is on the go. Because we all like to save energy, but sometimes we slip up.
Reaching up.
Because sometimes we want it cool at night, then toasty in the mornings. Introducing the easy-to-use, energy-saving, adjustable from everywhere, easy on the wallet and the eyes, Nest Thermostat E. E is for everyone.
Now, a quick look at the medal count. Germany has taken the lead. The German team has the most gold medals right now with 7, and the most overall medals with 12, followed by the Netherlands, Norway, and Canada.
U.S. is still in 5th place right now with 7 medals. Japan not too far behind. Well, that's all the time we have. Join us again tomorrow night right here on News Channel 8.
And the Olympics are coming up next.
Or